I recently turned 30. And if there's anything my 20s taught me, it's that life rarely follows the script that you write for it. So today I'm here to share with you 5 things that I learned in my 20s that would have made the journey a bit smoother for me. Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Gabe. This channel is all about growth. And today that means looking back over the last decade and seeing what it's taught me. Number 1, you don't know anything, and that's okay. Life doesn't follow your forecast. You kind of have to stay flexible and course correct as you go because you're probably wrong. And I know I was. When I was 21, graduating undergrad and looking ahead in life, I would not have guessed that I would be here today where I'm at 30. And there would have been no way for me to foresee being where I'm at today. So I went to Bible college and I studied to be a worship pastor. I got a music degree and was ready to, kind of lead worship in a church every weekend, and was setting out to go get some practical experience at a church. That's when I was 21. Now I'm 30 and I actually do still work for a church, but I actually work as a production manager on the behind the scenes production kind of side. I handle audio, video, and lighting and help to build our teams for that side of things. I also lived on the East Coast when I was 21, and now I live in Arizona, and just never saw myself living in Arizona when I was younger. Just wasn't even on the radar. This is really something that I hope will save you some stress. I feel like it would have saved me some stress. Is definitely look forward and make plans and try and be prepared, but be prepared to shift your course as life comes, because you can't see the future. God has different things planned for you, and also you just never know what things are going to look like when you get there. So stay flexible. Number 2, quality over quantity with your relationships. I found that when I was in college, I had a ton of friends. They would come over all the time. We'd watch movies and play video games, and we'd go out and we would, go see movies all the time, or we'd go try new restaurants or go get coffee. And we were just always hanging out with lots and lots of friends. As I'm 30, I don't even talk to many of those friends anymore, which is not a dig any of them. If any of you are watching it, shoot me a text. I would love to hear from you. But not everybody that you know when you're 20 is going to make it to your 30s. And that's okay. I'm not saying cut off anybody, but when you find those relationships that really matter, that really build you up and you build them up, and it's just a really, really great friendship, invest in that. Pour some time and energy into those kinds of relationships so that they will last. Good relationships take effort. And if you want them to last, they're going to take even more effort. Don't expect them to last on their own. Find those relationships that really matter to you and really lock in. Number 3. Saying I don't know is actually a power move. You don't have to have all the answers. Being willing to learn beats pretending every time. As you're early on in your career, you may find yourself in leadership positions or where somebody's looking to you for some sort of expertise or advice or leadership or technical knowledge or whatever it may be. And maybe you don't know yet because you haven't done this yet. It's okay to say, I don't know. Let's figure it out. This was really hard for me early on. I like to be right, and I don't like letting other people down. So I would literally not know what was going on in the conversation, not know anything about whatever the person is talking to me about, and kind of act like I'm very rudely texting under the table, but I'm really actually just Googling whatever term they just used so I can understand what we're talking about in real time. Don't do that. Just ask questions. Saying I don't know is perfectly okay. I have come to realize that when I tell somebody, I actually don't know how to do that, but I would love to learn and dig in with you, that it actually builds a lot of trust. It builds a lot of confidence in people that, number one, you are honest and you're humble. And number two, that you're not just complacent with where you are, but that you're willing to learn, to grow, and to get better. So lean in. And this applies to like all areas of life, not just work. It applies to work, relationships, everything in life. There are going to be times where you've never seen the situation. You maybe have read about it, but you don't actually know what to do. That's okay. Take a breath. Say, hey, I don't know, but let's figure it out. Number 4, find your sounding boards. You need people who will both celebrate your wins and who will challenge your mindset. You cannot make it through life alone. I can't make it through life alone. I've had to find these people in my life that will encourage me when I'm doing well and encourage me to keep doing well, or to take opportunities, or to really level up in whatever I'm doing. But not just cheerleaders. You also need people to like kind of call you out, and you kind of need people to challenge where you may be off course a little bit, or where you may be complacent, or where you may be kind of taking the easy way. Whatever it may be, you need people that are going to push you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. I am so blessed. I've been married to the love of my life, Sarah, for just over 10 years now. And she is the greatest gift that God has ever given me for a number of reasons. One of them being that she is the best sounding board in my life. We are aligned in our life, in our vision, and like a lot of things that we do affects each other. And so who better to be a sounding board for me? But also I needed somebody a little bit further away that can maybe look in and challenge me on some things in a different kind of way. One of those people for me is a pastor that I've worked with, and he's been a pastor like over me in the church. And his name is Eric, and I respect him so much. He is several, years older than me. He's down the road from me in life, and he is not shy about looking at me and going, "You're complaining about this, but you're the problem. You can fix this. You need to get your stuff together." Those are the kinds of people that will really push you to level up in all areas of life. Find your sounding boards. These are some of those relationships that I talked about before that you have to really lean into, and you need to find them. And when you find them, hold on to them, nurture them, do whatever you have to do to keep these people in your life, because they will keep you from making mistakes on your own, because they will give you so much more perspective on life and on yourself than you can have on your own. Number 5, set your priorities and protect them fiercely. Life will pull you toward whatever feels urgent. If you don't actively choose what matters, your spouse, your family, your health, they'll just drift right by you. In the moment, everything feels urgent. Your job, whatever project, the opportunity that came up. If you don't choose your priority, they will be chosen for you by outside circumstances, other people, and that's not a great way to live your life. Without intentionality, you will drift toward complacency. And what I've found in my life is that the big things in life, your marriage, your family, your health, you're with them every day, right? You see yourself every day. You live in your own body. You see your wife or your spouse, your partner, and your kids every day. And sometimes those things that you see every day can fade into the background. They don't like scream at you daily. Though when you have babies, they do actually scream at you daily. But right, like there's not like it doesn't catch your attention necessarily every day, because it's the normal. It's the status quo. And so those things For me, it's my marriage and my kids and my health. Those are the things that I have to keep as really high priorities, and I have to be really intentional to lean in and put time and effort into those areas of life, because those are the things I cannot afford to let suffer. Over the last decade, when I have taken my foot off the gas in my marriage, we've drifted apart. We find that we, don't talk as deeply. We're not as connected as we need to be. And when me and my wife are not as connected as we need to be, we don't parent as well. And when we don't parent as well, the whole household's in chaos. And then when the whole household's in chaos, like, you're tired and stressed, and you carry that to work or to friends, and life just spirals from there. And so these big ticket items, these high priority items, I encourage you, just lean in, get fiercely protective of them, and make it count. I actually have a whole video where I quit YouTube for most of this year because I needed to lean into my marriage and my family. So if you want to check that out, I'll link it in the description. These things require constant recalibration. It's not just, I got married and I said that these are the values that we have and these are the vows that we're making, and now we're good and we're just that's gonna be good forever. No, it takes constant evaluation, constant recalibration, and constant effort to keep these high priority relationships, these high priorities, just absolutely healthy. Lean in, protect them fiercely. These aren't the only lessons from my 20s, but these are ones that if I had internalized earlier, it would have made the last decade a lot easier. If you're in your 20s right now, I hope that this has helped you. If you're in your 30s or beyond, let me know what I missed. What's something from your 20s that you wish you could go back and tell your younger self? Drop it in the comments, and I'd love to see what you guys have down there. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one. And a bonus tip for those of you that have stuck around: read basically anything written by Brandon Sanderson. I waited way too long to start the Stormlight Archive, and I'm not affiliated with him in any way. I am not sponsored or anything, but go read those books. Anything by Brandon Sanderson, the Stormlight Archive, Mistborn, all of it. So good. Brandon, just keep writing bangers.